and welcome to the Table Book Collection ASMR extravaganza. So we got a bunch of books. We got a bunch of table books. That's like half of them. And I have a bunch of books that are like big, but the ones that I'm counting as table books are ones that are kind of like the look of them, the ability to display them on a table is like part of the thought process of the design, versus like some of these other books that are just big, but they're just a book. Like these ones are all like, it looks like they're made to be displayed like that, just kind of laying on a table, right? So let's get into it. First one, we'll start with one that I was debating whether or not to put it in this, but it's the Echoes graphic novel. I can't remember actually now if I put it in the Kickstarter video. I think it came in after that, because I think I had said in that card pack unboxing that it was in that video, and I don't think it was, now that I'm thinking about it. But the reason I was debating this is just because it's just a big book, to be honest. Like, it does look kind of interesting, but I don't know if it falls in the same category as the rest of them. Okay, now hold on. We take off the jacket, which I think the jacket is cool, it's fun. But that's pretty sick, that's tight. I could imagine putting this on a table and someone being like, oh, what is this? And then they look through it for a little bit. Like that works. Now it makes sense. That's pretty sick. I like that a lot. And there's the back. But yeah, it's just, whoa, that's kind of sick. It's just a graphic novel. So it's just got, graphic novel stuff going on. Pretty simple, but yeah, that's tight. I like that a lot. That's sick. So yeah, this is Echoes Volume 1. It says right there, Echoes Volume 1. And I remember in that other video, I was like, it was made by some people. I don't remember who they were. I think I cut that part out of the video because I didn't say anything. But okay, so it says produced by Marvel Studios founding chairman David Maisel. Creations of Legends, Michael Turner and Jeff Johns, featuring Aspen Comics All-Star creative team. Okay, so that's it. It's just produced by a guy who is a founding chairman of Marvel. I don't know what that means, to be honest, but Jeff Johns is the co-founder of Ghost Machine and former CCO of DC Entertainment. What is a CCO? Chief Creative Officer? Probably. Yeah, so it's made by some people who have like worked on Marvel and DC stuff. Like Michael Turner made covers for Marvel and DC. David Maisel was the founding chairman of Marvel Studios and founder of Mythos Studios. J.T. Cruel has worked on titles like Green Arrow, Soulfire, Teen Titans, Fathom, Superman Beyond, and Captain Atom. Alex Conant is the series artist for Echoes. He just worked on random stuff, I don't know. Yeah, so it's like a big team from whatever Aspen Comics is, and then also some people that worked with like Marvel and DC and stuff. But yeah, low-key, I didn't know anything about this book or graphic novel, whatever, before I just randomly came across it on Kickstarter, and it was like the comic book event of the year, or whatever, the Volume 1 release of Echoes. I was like, I don't know what this is, but it looks kind of sick, so I bought it. Because I'm terrible at actually buying stuff on Kickstarter that I think I'll actually read or use or be into. And instead I just am like, oh, that looks cool. And then I spent $100 on it. So that's Echoes, Volume 1. And these are 3 books that came in another Kickstarter thing. These are also graphic novels. The reason I put them in this as well is because that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. And that's pretty sick. They all look very nice, and they're all hardcovers. So I was like, that counts. I could display this on a table somewhere, you know? So we'll put it in the list. But yeah, this is the No Future book, which was the main one of that Kickstarter release. It's got these all die-cut pieces in the front and back. And I think this one has like partial nudity or something in it, so I'm not going to just flip to a random page. But it's got like that little shiny trim on the outside, whatever you call that. But yeah, no, it's just like a graphic novel, just like the other one. Much different art style though. Much different art style, as you can see. It's pretty sick though. Again, something else that I knew absolutely nothing about. I just looked at it and was like, that looks cool. And then the like additional rewards where it's like a mouse pad and, you know, other little trinkets, and I was like, oh, that's fun, let's buy that. And I think I spent like $140. But these two are low-key. I like these better than that one, which was like the main campaign of that Kickstarter. These were just add-ons. These are like old ones that they've released, but they were releasing it in like a 2-pack thing. It was like $80 or something like that. But one, I think this looks sick. 2, these look sick. And 3, they seem interesting. You know, when I'll end up getting to them, I have no idea, but they look pretty cool. Oh, yep, there's some nudity. There we go. This guy's just like at a burger place. This one's a lot more like vibrant than that other one. That one was much more muted look, but still the same sort of art style. Then we got Convoy. I really like this cover. That's sick as hell. Is it a penguin? Penguin. That's crazy. This one looks a bit more like the No Future style, where it's more like muted colors. But, oh, plain black page. Yeah, it is much more like that other one. Pretty sick though. They got the dog from, okay, never mind. I was like, they got the dog from Looney Tunes, that one guy. But literally, the panel right above it is just full nudity, so I'm not going to show the dog. Maybe the dog is somewhere else too, but I'm not trying to look through every page of this thing to find the dog. He might just be gone forever, sadly. But yeah, that's those 3 books. Mezcal and Convoy in here, and then No Future as well. But yeah, it's pretty tight. I think that's worthy of a table somewhere. Pretty sick. So that's those 3. Pretty cool. Continue on the Kickstarter journey. We got Chernobyl, which is more like this like fabric style. I don't know what you call this, but it's like rough, sort of like a denim-ish vibe of the cover. This is just like a photo book, Chernobyl photo book. I've showed this in the Kickstarter video. It's got some writing in there, and just a bunch of pictures. I think I just always kind of wanted a photo book, or whatever you call them. And so I saw this on there, and I was like, that looks cool, that looks neat. I'm down for that. And so I bought it. Should I have bought it? Who's to say? But probably not. There's probably way more photo books on Kickstarter, and not on Kickstarter that I could have bought that I would have been way more interested in. But now we have Chernobyl, so it's not bad. Maybe somebody will look at it at some point. This one, though, big mistake. Like, not really, but yeah. Yeah, this one's like barely even a hardcover. Look at this. It's like bendable. But this is Dernière Lune. I probably pronounced that really bad. Recueil de Nebules, whatever that means. Yeah, it's all in French. The whole thing. The whole book is in French, if you could read that. Because I can. Because it's in French. Yeah, it was like made by a French company. And they were releasing the book, the hardcover book, in French. But one of the stretch goals was that they would release an English version. And they didn't hit the stretch goal. So I got the French version. But I did want the physical book because I just like having physical books. So I still decided to take the gamble and buy it, pay the extra like $30, $40 to possibly get a French version. And that's what happened. I'm not too mad about it because maybe someday I'll have someone in my home that speaks French and they'll enjoy the fact that I have a French book. But I do also have like a PDF or whatever, or like a what do you call that? Where it's on the phone, it's on the computer. What is that called? Oh my god! Like not an audiobook, the version that's just text. But oh my god, I'm blanking so hard. What is that called? It's not called a PDF. Ebook. Jesus Christ! It's like the most simple thing ever. I have the ebook version of this in English that I could read. But yeah, this whole thing's in French. So, can't really read it, but it's got these cool like art stuff in it, so that's fun. But yeah, this one's actually really soft. It's kind of nice. Like it's a similar like Venom-esque texture, but it feels more like pants. It's like soft. But yeah, that's Dernière Lune. I probably said that even worse that time, but there's that one. Now we start getting into the heavy hitters. We still got a couple more Kickstarter ones, but these are a lot less random things that I saw when I had money and was like, yeah, I'll buy that. And are more things that I saw and was like, whoa, that's actually genuinely sick as hell. We'll start with this one because it's probably the least cool out of this final batch. But I don't know. It's Yard Merch, Season 1. Alright, man. From the Yard podcast, where it just, it's just like this thing where every episode, up to like episode 150 or something like that. Okay, no, episode 50. Oh no, 60. 70? 72. 73. Yeah. Up to episode 73 of the podcast. And they just kind of have these like little like storyboard comic recreations of the episode. And then little like notes from the members talking about the episode and stuff. And from Zipper. So yeah, if you know nothing about the Yard podcast and don't give a damn or think they're horrible people, then this is probably pretty dumb. It also doesn't look very interesting on the outside, but it's pretty cool. I like it. I've watched probably 90% of the episodes from their podcast, so they're releasing a table book, and I was like, get me in there. But that's that. Now we get on to the interesting stuff. Now we're going to go a bit more in depth because these have a lot more to offer. Not that any of those weren't interesting, but not as interesting. So this is more of like a magazine. Astra? I don't know. but this is sick as hell. I got this and I was like, oh, it's that magazine thing. I don't really know what it was. I couldn't remember. But I was like, I know it was like some sort of art style magazine type vibe. And then I got it and I was like, okay, this is bigger than I thought it would be. Pretty sick. I like the cover. That's fun. That's nice. And then I opened it. This thing's sick as hell, bro. This is like the coolest book I've ever held in my hands. Okay? Open it up to the first page. Boom. You know what these are? They're perforated little postcards with some cool art on the front. That's sick as hell. Then we got this collectible art magazine number 4,746 out of 5,000. Okay, so it tells you what number you are out of 5,000. That's pretty fun. I like that. And you open it up more, and you got this full page print with this translucent paper in the middle that talks about the artwork. That's sick as hell. What the heck? And then we got another full page print with like gloss texture on the water. What? That's crazy. Then you go next page. You got another full page thing. And then right here is a freaking perforated print of the cover. So you could rip that boy out, put it in a frame, and hang it up. What? That's sick as hell. And then look at this. There's another one right behind it. And they're both like thick cardstock paper. And then right behind that, we got this like full, also gloss texture, you know, little photo thing right there. Sick as hell. And then you got one more page. Okay, this one doesn't have gloss, but it's just a full page spread artwork. Another full page spread artwork. That one's got nudity. That one's the same thing. And then it goes into like different artists and shows a lot of their work and talks about them and stuff. I can't show these ones because they all have partial nudity, but it's sick. They got like the gloss texture on it. They got like full page displays of the artwork, multi-page spreads. They got like hella textures and shit. And we got another print that you could take out. These ones are ones that I can actually show from this artist. So we got a full page right here, and then this one is a print that you could take out. And then we got another gloss texture artwork right there. Got some more texture. Like they're all, like almost every single page of this is like absolutely sick. And then here we got the introduction to the next artist. Look at this freaking page. Like what the hell? That's so sick. That's so dope. And then it goes into their artwork and you have like an article about them. And then another full freaking print that you could take out. You could take out that print and it's got the gloss texture on the water. That's so freaking tight, dude. That's so freaking sick. It's like almost every page is a different texture than the last. It's so dope. And it's like almost every print or every picture in the thing, it's like it either has like texture or it's a full page freaking thing or it's able to be taken out or it's like designed into the page to like flow and stuff. And then right here we got a full page print and then 3 freaking bookmarks you can cut out and use. Like what, dude? That's sick as hell, man. That's sick as frick, dude. Like what are we even talking about? Like look at this, bro. That's freaking tight. That's tight as hell. Like they all got the little gloss. They got full page artworks. They got hella nice design around them. We get hella prints from every single artist that they show in here. And the prints are high quality with the gloss and texture and stuff like that. Like what the hell is even this? I don't know, but it's sick as hell. That's sick as frick, dude. Like I don't know what the point of this is, but it's cool. It's cool. Like come on. You can't tell me that's not tight. You can't tell me that's not sick. This one got cutouts. Little worms. Like what? Like what, dude? Like what? That's freaking dope. Another print. Got another full page article. Freaking thing. Like, damn, bruh. This magazine is a work of art. Filled with dozens of works of art that you can literally take out and put on your damn wall. As well as just look at in the book. Like, this might be literally the coolest thing I've ever bought on Kickstarter. Now, mind you, I don't have a very good reputation or track record of buying stuff on Kickstarter. A lot of them is just whatever. But like, this thing is freaking, this is generational, bro. Look at this. And it just rips in half. I'd cry. We got some sketches, and then it's got this little mini like book with sketches. They got a book inside of a book. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what? Literally, like, nobody can ever make a magazine again. Because it just won't be this. Like, what the heck is... Like, that's tight as hell. Like, what even... I don't know what that is, what the point is, but it's cool. It's freaking cool. This thing is sick. And I can guarantee you it's probably one of the cheapest out of all those books that I bought. And it is dope. Because not only do you get a sick table magazine thing for people to look at, you get like 12 freaking prints that you can take out. You get bookmarks. You get little freaking other things. I don't remember what else there was. Postcards in the front. It's a limited edition, 1 of 5,000. It looks dope as hell. It's filled with hella artwork from people you probably haven't heard of unless you're hella tapped in. I am not, so I haven't heard of a single person in this thing. And now I have people that I could look into, and like if I ever want to buy a big old print, I got a good selection of hella artists that I think are dope as frick. So like, that's sick as hell. That's sick as hell. And it sounds good? Like, come on. Like, what more can you ask for? Literally. But then we get into some real, like, heavy duty stuff. Because, like, that was sick. Let's put that out there. That was literally one of the coolest book magazine things I've ever seen in my life. Okay? Now we get into some more freaking dope stuff. Like, these compete with that. I don't know that they match it on that same level of like art value, but in terms of being books, they're sick, and they're all hardcover. So let's get into it. The first one we got is the last of the Kickstarter ones, Invader. I showed this on the Kickstarter video, but I figured we'd show it again because it's a big old book that looks sick as hell. Look at this. Like what? Like what? Like, that's dope as hell. Like, what are we talking about? And then we open it up. You get our book out. There's the inside of that little thing. Little freaking box. Pretty tight. Pretty sick. And then we got this guy. The sister mind is hungry. Or was hungry. And then that guy slides off. We got freaking alien text on the inside. Pretty sick. And then here's the cover. Boom. Boom. Okay, full red. Hell yeah. For our girls. Like, that's what I'm talking about. For the girls, bro. Like, there's the little intro page, whatever you call that. And then boom, this is what the actual book looks like. Like, tell me you've ever seen a book that every single page is like freaking an artwork. Like, tell me you've read a book where all the pages are different and have their own like design and structure. And like what? Like what? Like what? I mean, maybe you have seen a book like that, but I haven't. This thing's sick as hell, and the story of it seems cool. I haven't read a single page of it yet, but it's dope as hell. I like it a lot. Like, that's sick. Like, that's just a dope book right there, man. That's just a dope book. And it's not even that long. It's like, what, 200 pages? 184 pages. And the text is really big. So it's like, you can get through that in a night if you want to. And then you could freaking just leave it out on your table. And if someone comes over to your house and is bored as hell because you got nothing to do, because you're a boring person and you have nothing to do in your home, they could just read this book all night and be hella happy if they like books. Like, that's cool. That's cool. And it comes in a dope little box thing. Like, what? Like, what? That's tight. So that's Invader. And that's the last, like, actual book, I guess you could say. Not that the other ones are books, in the sense that they're, like, books, but it's the last, like, novel. The other two are more like the magazine, but for different stuff. So first, we'll go into Soul Arts. Look at that. Look at that. This one was like $100. This is probably the single most expensive book out of all of them. Like, to get just the book, because this didn't come with anything else. I just bought it online. And it was like $120 with shipping or whatever. And it's just a book. But this thing is sick. Like, what? Like, oh my god. That was loud. It's just a bunch of like art related to Souls games. You see here, new Sekiro prosthetics, Elden Ring boss challenge, unseen lands of Dark Souls, yada yada yada. So it's like stuff inspired by Souls games, created by a different artist and stuff. So it's like just a bunch of stuff that people kind of like made up, inspired by Souls games. So you got a bunch of Sekiro prosthetics in that first section. A bunch of them. God damn, there's a bunch of them. And there's the Elden Ring boss challenge. People designing bosses that could have been in Elden Ring. This dude's just got a broom. That's pretty sick. It's also got like full page artworks and stuff like that. That's pretty tight. You know, if you have someone over at your house that's just very into like Souls games or just like creative stuff, they could just take a look through this thing for a couple hours and be satiated, you know? Like, that's pretty sick. Just a bunch of little things. Just a bunch of sick artwork and some stuff about it. Like, that's dope. That is dope. And it also has a few of those, like, multi-page extended spreads or whatever. that. So that's cool. Yeah, it's just a really dope, really well made, just big old book about some cool stuff. It's also thick and huge and big and chunky. So that's cool. But yeah. That's that one. That's Soul Arts. Which I think I found out of because of VodiVidia, I think. If I remember correctly, what does it say in here? I don't remember if they had anything to do with it or whatever, but I don't know. Maybe I think what it was is like they had a book that was published or whatever by Tune and Fairweather, which is the people that made this, and then I just saw this one as well. I don't think this one is like affiliated with VodiVidia, but I found out about it because of them, I guess, in a way. So that one's sick. And then keeping the trend of YouTubers, we have the last book, which I haven't really looked at that much, to be honest, but I was looking forward to this one for a while. I pre-ordered it in like November 2023 or something like that, or maybe it's 2024, I don't know, but it's been almost a year at least. Here's the little front cover thing. That's pretty sick. This is How a Game Lives by Jacob Collier. Yes, sir. If you don't know Jacob Collier, you gotta tap in, because, well, at least if you're into like video essays and video games, then yes, you should. If not, maybe you can watch something else. We got a cool little bookmark. We got a dope print. I'm glad. And then we got this little... I forgot this was in here. What? I don't think I ever took this out. We got a little vinyl with some tracks. Like what? Came with a vinyl? That's freaking sick. You know I love me some vinyl. And it comes in this cool little cardboard case thing. Cardstock? Probably cardstock on cardboard. Okay, no, it definitely doesn't go that way. So that's pretty sick. And then it's got descriptions of the songs, the tracks. I don't know what they are. They might just be tracks from like some videos that he made. I don't really know. But it's a little vinyl, so that's fun. And then we got some smaller prints. Those are sick. Those are sick. And then we got the book. So many layers. Boom. Tell me that ain't tight. Tell me that ain't sick as hell. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, come on. The annotated essays of Jacob Collier. Table of contents. It shows which essays they are. Most of the essays turned into videos on his YouTube channel, but this is just like, you know, annotated versions of the thingies. So let's pick one of a video I've actually seen. Let's go here. Oh, it's got a full artwork to go along with the essay. This is, does Call of Duty believe in anything? Which was a pretty fun, pretty sick, I don't know if you call it fun to be honest, but very interesting video. And then here we got when the essay was published, subscribers at time of videos release, views at time of book's publication, which I think is this book. And then yeah, it's just the essay, an annotated version of the essay that led to the video or whatever. And it just goes like, you know, a little behind the scenes or whatever to, you know, more in-depth stuff about the essay itself, kind of thing. The writing behind the video. Is this a different video? Oh, no, this is like a different essay by somebody else, by Jamil and John Kochai. Probably said that wrong. That's cool. And yeah, just got another video. Boom. And it's just a bunch of these little things that go into his essays, from his video essays, right? Now that's what it means. So yeah, this one is very niche, I guess. Like, the last one is like, yeah, if you're into Dark Souls or like that kind of vibe, then it could be cool. This one's like if you're into Jacob Collier, specifically. But I am. So, this is tight as hell. He's probably top 5 YouTubers for me at this point. Which I think I found out about him because I saw a video called Is Dark Souls Thinking of Ending Things? Which was comparing the story of Dark Souls and the movie I'm Thinking of Ending Things. And I think that was the first video I saw of him, I believe. And then I just went and watched a bunch of other ones, and then I've watched most videos since then. I kind of fell off recently. I haven't watched a few recent ones, but still one of the dopest YouTubers I've found in my days. You know, up there with like Nexpo and other people. I don't know, those are just the two that come to mind. Nexpo is also sick as freaking hell, man. Sick as hell. If Nexpo ever makes a book, you better believe I'm buying that. Doesn't matter how broke I am at the moment. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. I always do. I always find a way to make money, or to spend money I don't have. So, you better believe that if Nexpo releases a book, I'm in there day 1. Minute 0. I'm locked in. So that is my table book collection. Could there have been a better way to do this video? Probably. Was this the best video I've ever made? Probably not. Almost certainly. Do I think it was okay? I hope so. But I gotta go to work in like 30 minutes, so that's all I got for you. Hope you enjoyed. I hope it was decent. And I hope to see you in future videos. We're nearing the end of ASMR August. Just, what, 2 more days to go? 3 more days to go, including today. So that we're getting to the last freaking day. The home stretch. We're almost there. We need like 6 more videos or something. Or like 8, actually, I think. But it's gonna happen. We're gonna do it. 31 videos in 31 days. Well, like 31 videos in like 14 days because I have waited half the month to start. But we made it happen. I mean, it hasn't happened yet, but we're right there. So I believe in it. I believe in the vision. And you know, the shorts are going crazy. To be honest, I haven't uploaded shorts in a long time because I was like, yeah, these don't do much, but they're doing pretty good. So that's been fun. We'll definitely keep uploading shorts. Probably not to the same frequency, but maybe like 1 a day could be doable. Could be down for that. Yeah, long form videos will probably go back to like once a week, but we'll try to be much more consistent with that. But yeah, that's it for this one. So I hope you enjoyed. Hope you were relaxed or intrigued or something. I don't know. But yeah, we got 1 more long form video this month, and that's it. The rest will be shorts. So if you like shorts, look out for that. If you don't, then see you on the 31st for the final video of ASMR August. Thanks for watching. See you next time.